forgot to check cameras, so we might have to do a little moving around to that top one over there. We got busy talking about things and then looking for things, and then, you know, it's Sunday and the baby's home. So, you know, there's that kind of stuff going on. There we go.
Look what I did to my hair.
Look at what her mother did to her hair. Later on, it's going to be crimpy. Hello, everybody. It's Sunday. We're going to be talking chickens a little bit, then doing some other new, gel prints and things. I don't know.
We got our magnet.
We can talk about that here in a minute. Susan sent us those. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can go. She just wanted y'all to see her hair. Hey, she won second place in the costume contest. Well, we're just going to say that they were sent. We're not really going to go into deep discussion about the magnet situation. Go finish your card, please. And thank you. Thank you. Hello, everybody.
Bless her heart.
Okay.
Oh, I couldn't reach it.
There we go. Like, why are you
Are
so
you sure
yellow?
that's the one I need?
Yes, because you were looking all yellow. Sickly. Oh. Okay, guys.
Sallow.
Yeah. All right. Here, let's do this. Hey, this is P over here.
I'm over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together,
We are PM Artist Studio.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us and all the craziness that happens around here. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Give us those pinky hello hands like some of these folks already are. If you do not see the chat or access to the chat, that means you are in the replay. We still love you. We're happy you're here, no matter what.
Absolutely.
And if you want us to give you a shout out, just let us know in the comments. I'll try to remember that the next time. I'll put you on like a little shout out replay list. Because I know some people feel bad that they missed the replay.
Oh, well, here,
live.
yeah, let me do this because I might, what is this?
Thumbsy upsies, though, y'all. Thumbsy upsies.
I want to read this before I lose it because, all right. So I was looking at Facebook this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Just, you know, I don't know. It just came up. Oh, I know. I needed to send the lightning bolt to you, Mariah. Anyway.
That's how we communicate in this house.
Yeah, she's downstairs and it's a fur piece.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is from K. Henji. K. Let me see. Why is this not moving?
And there's two here.
Okay, there. Rosemary K. Henji. And she posted this in Makers. What is it, baby?
Okay, let's just get this out of the way real quick. So, Susan Fernandez, thank you. I think she's the one who sent it because it didn't come with a note, but I'm assuming because she told me something was going to be coming. So I'm assuming that this is all of the stuff. This baby's in love with the magnet things. And that's what she's
She wants the big one.
I don't want that one. I wanted the medium size.
It's downstairs somewhere because you had it yesterday.
Remember, you even had it in your pocket.
So it's either, like, I can't remember if I put it in my purse or if it's, like, out on the counter or in the office.
You can handle this, sweet baby. Well,
but
and you can use that one.
Yeah.
Don't, hey. Okay.
Okay.
You can't have the scissors. I'm going to show those. Okay.
Yes.
I love you.
Yeah.
Isabella?
You need to go, honey. You can go look for it downstairs if you want. And go finish your card. Because we got the party later. Okay.
Gracious. Life stuff when you're 7 years old.
Right.
I was just reading that. Well, the reason I...
The harpoon thing.
Okay, take it.
Lord Almighty. Oh, okay, so while they're doing that, I'm going to read this. It's in Makers. Rosemary posted this. I received my Baron from Anthony Cody last week, and I'm already using it like crazy. Getting it right was tricky for me. I have small hands and suffer from neuropathy and arthritis. Anthony talked me through the order based on the size of my palm and also based on the size of the plates I use. So far, it's working for me on so many levels. I'm so grateful for the kindness and patience Anthony showed me during this process. My suggestion for anyone wanting to invest in a Baron is to get Anthony's help first. email him through Etsy. He responds quickly.
Some people call it Etsy.
What did I say?
You won't say Etsy. It's so funny.
Etsy.
Etsy. You know that Etsy place.
Etsy place.
It's small.
Etsy.
Etsy.
Etsy place. Okay. Anyway, I
Yeah.
just felt like I needed to
Oh, yeah.
put
I
that out
teared
there
up a little bit.
into the airwaves. And yeah.
Okay, let's say hello to everybody. We've got Anthony Cody's here. That's awesome. So happy he got to hear that. Becky, Carrie, Cookie, Wookie, that's Mo, Darcy, Elizabeth, Erna, Estella, Griffin Chill, that's Rhonda, Hoarder Papercrafts, that's Mimi. Colleen popped in at the top there. Yanka, Jennifer, Just for Crafts and Giggles, that's Kim, Lygia, Lindsay, Marguerite, Mark, Marcia, Mitzi, Monroe. Hey, Monroe, I'm so happy to see you here. Hope all is well. Nancy, Paula, Robin, Rhonda, Shannon, Star Traveler, Susan Fernandez. Yay. Did you see it? Hopefully she's letting us know in the chat that, we got everything.
Oh,
we haven't fully gone through everything, but we got it and looked at it.
We're going to.
Yes. SW, yeah, and we're, having much drama about the little magnet thingy poker business. I'm pretty excited about them too. SWL, that is Sherry. The Shelly Studio, that is Margot. Sorry if I missed you. It wasn't on purpose. Got Laura. Eddie's here. Okay. Laura Benz. Hello. Elizabeth. Okay. Hi, sorry. I hear her in there with the magnets just making me crazy. I'm just...
I can even hear the little...
She can even hear her. That's okay.
I'm trying to get my chat set up here.
Are you? Okay.
Sorry. It was momentarily. Now
And I was hoping to have new things to show y'all today. That just didn't happen. We're still tweaking some things. And I just sort of want to get it all ready. I don't know if it's all going to come out at the same time or not, but that's just sort of the plan.
Yes.
And just, I was telling P this morning, I was like, Fridays are just nutty. It's like, and then we've had extra gymnastics because Izzy has a showcase thing this next weekend. So it's just been like running around like crazy. And, it's like, we've got that. And then she went to the nighttime thing and, life stuff. Kids.
Life stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm ready.
Top side?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. I feel like I forgot something. I don't know. If you, probably, this seems kind of late as far as talking about it, but if you've signed up for a scrap swap or the zine swap, you need to go and check over there and talk to your partners, Do-si-do. That's over in Makers. That's Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. There's also, Eddie did collage prompts this month, so I'd love to see some of those being posted if they have not already. I haven't really had a chance to, get a deep dive into what's new over there in Makers.
And I've been occupied with writing and reading. I've been reading books and writing Chickens.
Chicken Story.
The Chicken Story is not yet finished, but I want you to know it's developing.
The Chicken Story is developing.
And I'm going to show you, what I've managed. I told you I whacked it.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
Okay, anyway.
I don't know if it's lined up because there's like so much stuff there, and usually I line it up with the edge, but that's fine.
So this is the curry powder, and I wished you could smell it. I'm so happy to get this because I just...
Oh, yeah, we were getting low on...
I already used the whole jar. It's gone. I don't use like they recommend here, a teaspoon.
Not a little bit.
Oh, hell no. It's more like a half cup of curry when I make curry. I want some curry there.
Uh-huh.
But all curries are not created equal. I'm here to tell you.
Curry is a mixture of spices.
It's a mixture of spices.
It is not a thing. It's not a one, like...
It ain't a one-fer. It ain't even a two-fer.
No.
It's a whole bunch of things, and it just depends on the ratio of,
Hello, Colleen.
the turmeric, the ginger, the
I'm happy to see you coming regularly. That's
chili
awesome.
peppers, allspice, yada yada yada, whatever. But this one, I even have one that I get from Penzies, which I definitely would advise.
Penzies is awesome. And they send
Penzies
you
is
stickers.
awesome. They get stuff here like Toot's Sweet. They always send you something free. I don't know. It may not even be something I use, but I like getting free stuff. But I wish you could.
People have said that about our little,
I know. Did you smell this?
I haven't. I was headed out the house when
Mariah found a jar for me because once you open those little packages, we've had
good God,
very bad things happen in the pantry.
And I don't think it keeps them well. Like the plastic just.
Yeah, once it's open, I think not. And so I put it in this jar, and then I put the label.
Rhonda, I'm not shaming you, but I wish we could send you like food. She's never had curry. You should come visit, Rhonda.
Oh my gosh, I have to have it at least once a month or something.
And let me tell you, there's this Indian food restaurant that we found fairly recently, and Brad and I were like, "Oh my God, this place is amazing! Why didn't we know this was here?"
And the thing about it is the curry that I make is kind of.
She leans more Thai.
I lean more Thai.
I like Indian.
And Mariah likes Indian. I think the Indian version is a little sometimes heavy.
Yeah, I like that.
And you
like the more soupy.
I like more
saucy.
Soupy, saucy coconut milk base.
I'm a tikka. I love a tikka.
I do too sometimes, but I don't. I don't know. I like my curry and my husband says that mine is the best. So anyway, I'm telling you, this will be used and love it. Love it, love it. All right. Scissors, look at these.
Oh, Susan says she'll send us her curry sauce recipe via email. Okay. Oh, Nathan likes Japanese golden curry mix. I don't know that I've ever had that or knew of such a thing.
Well, if I did, I didn't know. But I'd certainly be willing to try that too.
Yes. Love, love, love Indian curries. Me too. Now, some of it's downright blow your socks off hot. I'll tell you, there's this one restaurant that we do like to go to, but it's a little further away. And so it's not always easy to get to. But their base level is pretty spicy.
Yeah, you don't want to go up in the numbers.
No, Brad does.
Oh.
But I'm like, no, however low, please. I like to taste things and then not feel like
your tummy,
my whole intestines are getting assaulted.
Becomes numb.
Yes.
So that you don't know if you're licking the side of your face. You can't tell if you got sauce on your face because it's totally.
Hey, Barbara.
I think these are absolutely. Now, see, look at the flexibility of that.
Yeah, those are some nifty ones. Like the ones we have are a little harder.
Yeah, and I do have some of Izzy's that have the little serrated edge on them.
Oh, that's right. I think
they're in the bathroom.
Yeah, Judy had sent those a long time ago.
But these are really cool, and I'm going to tell you where. All right, so I had to get my magnifying glass out to read this. So this is called Deco Foil Transfer Gel Duo. It's a two-way use, heat or no heat. Okay? Now, tape stencil to the paper and apply Craft Deco Foil Transfer Gel Duo across the stencil using palette knife or similar tool. Return excess to the jar. Let gel dry 1 hour or until clear. 3. Cover stencil design with Deco Foil, transfer foil, or flock sheet. I think this is kind of what Patty does when she puts it through her machine.
And then there's that one lady, which I've reached out to her, but I haven't really seen her online since then. But anyway, she was doing a lot of that crackle, plate business with the foil deal. We have the foil in the crazy, little jars, and I swear to God, it's pieces. And we worry about, we need, a no air tent little thing.
Yeah.
And we wear masks.
The top of us.
Because I swear to God, every
she
time
can't
she
breathe.
uses it,
I just blow it all over the place.
There's cursing involved. Because she breathes.
A lot of air comes out with it,
And she breathes heavy.
I'm a heavy breather. People recognize me before I answer tell them who I am. Okay, anyway, there's we have not used this. I think this is definitely
I'm excited about it.
going to be in Mariah's
yes, I need to
domain.
further investigate this business for sure.
Very happy about the little spatula things. I'm going to put these two.
You need to deal with some things on the cart. I think there's some things
I
that
do.
need
Well,
to
I'm
go
going
away.
to keep those over here because I think these will be good. These would be good if when I'm using the big plates.
You got space in
And-
your drawer or something? Oh, you know what? Here, I have in my thing because I cleaned that out with all the
Okay.
markers situation.
All right, I'm going to hand you these because these
that.
are more nippers. You would use those.
Yes, and I have that.
And then here's the Izzy, I mean, she nabbed onto these.
she's like so.
And
She's driving us
she
crazy.
wanted to take them with her to her party last night.
She tried, and then
Did
I
she?
saw it sticking out of her pocket, and I was like, "No, ma'am. They do not want assault weapons."
And she
basically.
was just
She's like, "It's my sword." I was like, "Yeah, exactly."
Uh-huh. And she
dressed-
loves it as retractable. That
Yeah.
just is.
And she didn't like the little one because she likes that one-sized one. That's what she was looking for. Yeah,
pretty nifty.
yeah. I need
I
that.
really want this to be unmagnetic so that I can use it downstairs when I'm sitting with Mariah and I want to point to things on this.
I think that's why Susan has supplied us with these things. I like it because I want this one. I'm sure you could probably unscrew this off of the end. My guess. Maybe. My friend.
All right, now we don't know what's in here because I just now cut the tape on this.
Well, I do know what it is because I know the brand. We have had this stuff in the past. Now, I didn't catch... Okay, so there was some check marks on one side. Did you see what kind it is? Please show us when you use it. Okay.
Oh, okay. So this is like...
Yes.
Is this the mineral paper?
Well, this is the stuff that's like Yupo. I don't think that it is in the mineral paper because I think it's still a like a poly product.
Is there any?
Yeah. So on the back side there, it says there's some check boxes. You're making on the other side. Flip the thing over, please. There you go. Okay. So we've got 12 by 9 white, and then it's the 200 GSM, which is that's the smallest that they have. Which I wonder.
No.
Oh no, they have
150
150.
microns.
Okay, would be 100 GSM.
It's Nara.
Yes, and we've had this before.
Okay, it's for alcohol ink. It says here.
Right, it's like Yupo, basically. It's just a different brand.
Oh, look, you can even get it in little notebooks.
Well, they make all kinds of different products.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's 100% stain free. Alcohol ink paper.
Yeah, so see, I don't know, and I really...
I haven't messed with it more. I don't think. Well, obviously we haven't because I'm just now opening it.
Okay, do you remember when we were trying some different products and remember that one big sheet?
Oh, I do.
And I was like, hey, it took, and it requires us to cut it twice. Now, again, this was before I think they offered so many different weights. So.
Okay, this is even bigger.
Yeah, thicker.
Thicker.
So this stuff requires like 2 cuts if you want to use it for that sort of thing. Oh, she says, so it's like Yupo, but doesn't stain. So I think the finish on it must be different.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
So you can wipe it away. Water resistant, stain. Oh, see, and it says stain, like over there in the green area. What is Nara? Nara is
high quality alcohol ink papers.
There you go. That makes
on the retail side to make high quality alcohol ink art products easily available globally for all artists.
There we go.
Alrighty. Well, we'll mess with it again because I just...
Well, I think, yeah, definitely for actually, doing art onto it. It is not ideal for cutting on the Cricut because it's too heavy. We have to run it so many times that it doesn't make sense as far as time is concerned.
Yeah, especially some of those that require
and I don't know
hours to do anyway.
I don't know a larger Now, that's not to say that I couldn't, do research and whatever, but our paper company that we already had a relationship with, they only carry Yubo. So that was also a
factor.
A factor.
Okay, well, I've been digging through my stencils again and trying to use up my white ones. All right, so here's the status on the chicks. And here's some more writing. I'll read you the writing here in a minute. Making notes on what I'm watching. Okay. Anyhow. We've expanded.
Yes.
So what I did is, you saw this where we were talking about attributes and characteristics of all of our little characters in the story here. And so I thought, well, it'd be kind of cool to start some, developing some dialogue that will be interjected into the storyline that would verbally indicate those traits that were identified here in this little area. So I'm going to read them to you and see, what you think. So this is Rico, and I've renamed him. He is now Ricardo Rico, RR. RR.
Love that.
Greetings, plumed people. I, Ricardo, am here to add quality to your life. Please make all appointments with my secretary. Now, I will turn this over to Dame Helena, who will provide specifics for the celebration. Flap those feathers together for Dame Helena.
Is it Helena or
Helena.
Helena? You've said it both ways. I love you,
know.
but just
Yeah,
it depends on how
Helena.
fancy she's feeling.
It's kind of reminiscent of the hurricane. Thank you, Ricardo.
Less destructive, though. She's more
Such
of a builder.
a delight to share the stage with someone of your stature, replies DH, with an ever so slight, almost indistinguishable tone of forced civility. Carrying on, DH says, all of Chicklandia. She pauses as her gaze goes towards the back of the chicken crowd, but choosing to ignore and deal with later, she continues, is aflutter with your arrival. A faint, feathery applause issues forth from the audience, along with an undercurrent of throaty clucks and bobbing heads.
How does a throaty cluck sound?
It's not really a cluck, and it's not really a, I don't know. It's just a disagreeable sound. Yeah, it's certainly not a peep. Okay, now you interrupted me and I lost my place.
You're at the clucking part.
Oh, I'm up clucks and bobbing heads, not in agreement, just acknowledgement of reception. DH is aware, staring down the front row, that the sounds of unrest have residence in the Blanco Pollo, I must say, I'll tell you about that, working party. Her spies, headed by her brother Egbert, Egg for short, have picked up on fractious feathery discourse critical of the current administration.
Who knew the chicken yard was just so...
Blanco Pollo, don't you just love that? That's
I do.
white chickens.
Yes. Actually, I think it would be Pollo Blanco, but...
True, it would. Because
they
the adjective is always after the noun.
That I remember.
Yes, okay.
Eddie, Estella, confirm.
Yeah, at this stage, it's easy to change.
I think Gia, too. Gia, don't you speak Spanish? I think she does.
Yeah, I think we have quite a few in there.
We do.
The Pollo Blanco. Yeah.
Okay.
See, Pollo Blanco. Okay, I will
make... Gia. Yeah, all right. Awesome. Y'all are awesome.
Make some corrections here in my text.
I mean, I do kind of like the sound of Blanco Pollo better, but, Pollo Blanco.
I mean, And I need to know, okay, it's not I-O, it's just O.
Oh, hello, Becky. We've got another Becky. Welcome.
Okay, so that's where this is going. But now also, what I have done here.
Tambien.
If you're in Texas, we have lots of Spanish speaking.
We do. And my brother seems to think that he can. He does a little.
His wife raises her eyebrows. When
She does. She entertains him, which is so like sweet of her. We went to dinner with them last night, and he pulled out his, because she was talking Spanish to the waiter because he was very sweet and whatever. And so they were chit chatting, and then Nate kind of, tries to throw in like, hey, I'm a cool white dude.
And everybody, just goes, oh God.
Yeah,
Nate, he's that person,
Nate, well, y'all met him. You liked him. But sometimes it's annoying.
Yeah. And he sometimes doesn't pick up on the social clues.
No, actually, he you know what? He's kind of like Carmichael in the way that...
He just ignores it.
No,
or
he likes it.
He trolls it.
He likes it.
Yeah, he tries to. Okay,
yeah.
So are those showing up there?
Mm-hmm.
My chicken.
Don't they look fabulous on the background? Like she's worked her little fingers off them.
I'll tell you. And see, I already started here. Okay, so Wade, that's 5A. Oh, that's Trixie. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Two Trixies. Oh, no. Oh, no, this is Wanda. I don't know how Trixie got on there. This is the kind of crap that happens to me.
Now you mix up your chickens. I'm really happy you wrote it in pencil, though.
God, wasn't that a brilliant
Bravo!
Okay, there's Wanda. Wanda. Trixie.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hi, Marcia.
Trixie, I needed to say that I have added.
Yes, exactly, Jennifer.
Added another chicken.
Uh-huh.
Because remember, RR had to have a secretary.
Oh, Monroe, I'll send you details. He likes your shirt.
Oh, thank you.
You got to reach out to Scotty Ross.
Yeah. And it's really...
It's an artist lady we know, and some of y'all know her.
And she's very cool. She lives in California.
She's super cool. She knows people.
She knows people.
Back in the day, she actually used to work on... I don't know if I should be sharing her business, but she has told us this, like, out publicly. But she even worked on soap operas back in the day or something like that. There was some connection there. She's very tied into, just...
well, the whole art scene there.
Art scene plus just really activism, and she's just a really cool person.
And she's met Obama.
And she's a Barbie collector. A black Barbie collector.
Oh, yeah.
And she has tons of them, and they're so cool. She's not that into that. But...
I'm not into that at all. Okay.
So, if y'all want to know about Scotty Ross.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's excited that we're telling all her business. She put it on the internet.
She did.
You put it out there, people might talk about it.
And if you type her name in, it'll come up and all those good stuff. Because she does sell her artwork, and she does digital.
Well, right. And a lot of it, she usually ends up, because she has, I think she does scholarships, and she's tied into different things of like, with writing.
And this new shirts that she's selling, which I had on one of those.
I think is going to some kind of something or other.
It is a scholarship fund for a young woman to attend college, because
awesome.
There aren't funds there in her family. But definitely a good cause. And love Scotty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Koala.
So, we decided her name is going to be Molly. I didn't write that down.
Molly what? What was it? Molly McClucken?
McClucker.
Something like
Molly
that.
McClucker.
McClucken. I like McClucken.
I like
Would it be in or Is that more Irish or,
I don't know, but anyway, there's Trixie. There's... I've got two Wandas.
God, woman.
I'll have to figure that out.
Well,
okay, there's Wade.
Okay.
And there's Leo.
All right.
Wade and Leo. Okay, so you know what they do. And the thing is Wade is the head straw fluffer. These are all, they have numerous, minions underneath their purview.
Paula says Molly McCluckety.
I better write that down.
I know, because we totally forgot already, and we were sure we were going to remember that. I thought you wrote it down. We just had such a giggle about it all.
These one pencils, I really hate them because they don't write dark.
Is it one of those HB ones rather than the
well, it's
5
one
or
of those
whatever
kind that they used to sell in the
school?
principal's office.
Mhm. They have that
And
soft.
I would always get the new ones that came out, see, and they'd have different motifs on them, but they don't write with
Not good writers. They're really cute, but not good writers.
They're not.
Hi, Savannah.
Molly, what?
McCluckety. Cluckety.
McCluckety. I'm going to do with the MC and then go with the K there.
Yeah, she did KKET. And actually, she didn't put an L in there, but we're putting an L in there.
Oh, there's an L in there.
Yeah, it's got to be a clucker, you know.
Molly McCluckety.
Yes.
Okay.
She's very uppity.
Hey, she's the one that keeps.
Yeah, she's the secretary. Ours.
Yeah, he doesn't do diddly squat. Okay, so the head straw flipper. It's an important job in creating a comfortable, clean environment for the layers, right? Wanda is the head layer, and we've talked about that. Trixie is an underling to Wanda, loyal and smart. Ellie, or Eleanor, is instrumental in receiving the sisters. And, oh, I wanted to talk about that, too. Hello, darling.
I did something.
Oh, goodness.
What is that?
Googly eyes. Everything needs googly eyes.
Here. Oh, well, yeah, you're seeing the big one. This one is a one-eyer. Okay.
Okay, that's hysterical.
You need some.
I've got to find my. Okay, here they are.
Where are you getting those Google? Oh, did you take them off of stickers?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Here. Do you want this? No. Okay.
Oh. Okay, so in Spanish, cluck is cluckio? Cluck. I'm trying to K-O. Cluckio. Am I saying that right? I'm working that out because I was thinking queso, K. So
I just thought of something really, really funny that Elizabeth says. Elizabeth is my daughter-in-law, married to my son Nathan, Josh's mother. So, you know how we say when chickens, little baby chickens go peep, peep, peep? She says, peo, peo, peo. That was so cute.
Cluckio.
Okay, spell it.
K-O. Yeah.
What is it?
Clo-K-O. Clokio.
K-O.
No, it's C-L. Oh, wait, hold on. Where? All right, Legio there. Okay. C-L-O-K-U-E-O. You don't. Yeah, how do you do it?
Okay. That might come in handy. I don't know yet. But here, I thought this was really cool. So instead of it's the sea stars.
C.
C.
Look.
Isn't that great? That just came to me when
Yeah.
I was looking at my little thing here. Okay, so those are the Pollo Blancos. Did I write that? I didn't write that. Oh, yeah, Blanco Pollo. See, I wrote it down there, so I need to make a correction on that just to remind myself that Pollo goes over here.
Oh, I love that, Susan. Susan says she once had a flock of 10 baby chicks. She called them the Peepers Gang. Her 2 kittens would herd the chicks, and the dogs would herd the cats. It was hilarious. Everyone survived without damage.
We used to go to the depot. This is when the trains used to go through Holly and stop there.
You love telling the story. I like hearing.
Our chickens, baby chickens, we would get them, and they would be in this perforated box. But and I can't remember if they came from Dodge City. Anyway, it was someplace that was really close, you know. Anyway, so we'd take them home, and we'd take them out to the chicken house. We had the place where the babies would stay because they didn't get in with the adults until they were big enough to, you know, run around and protect themselves. Yeah. We had some mean old hens. And anyhow, we would sit on the floor out there in the dirt and the chicken poop and play with those chickens for hours at a time.
Oh my goodness. So listen, see, we talk about Scotty and she's here. Did you hear all our... I was telling your business. Sorry.
Yes, and I have on my other shirt, Scotty.
Monroe is interested. I'm going to send him your information. So, there you go.
Okay. Well, you just missed the Pollo Blancos, but I'm going to get to the fancy chickens, and you'll like these.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Ricardo Rico.
That's Molly right there.
Molly McCluckety.
McCluckety. I love that.
Molly McCluckety. She's his secretary.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, oh my gosh, there's three. This is Egbert.
And that's Milan.
And this is Dame Helania.
Thank you very much.
Those are the fancy chickens. They're kind of the, administrative. And actually the person that probably makes everything run like a well-greased machine is the secretary here, Molly.
Mm-hmm.
It certainly isn't.
Hi, Sandy.
He just gets dressed up and looks good. He's the face of it. She's the actual working. Okay, and here are the sea stars.
Hi, Betsy.
Oh, yeah, and I forgot Lester, the jester.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Lori. This is Carrie. This is Sherry. This is Tori.
I just think they're so, putting them on the blue backgrounds has just made them really...
And this is Mary. Okay? Yeah.
Now, if you wanted to go one by one and kind of hold them up into the camera, then they can see them a little bit.
Where's yours?
Right there.
Show everyone your googly eyes.
We did.
I already did, darling. All right, so this is Lester, the jester. That was Mariah's, but you can see the pen that I used to color Lester with was not permanent.
Yeah.
But it's, we're really, Izzy, I know that it's because of you. She steals all the pink pens.
Yeah.
And we never have any. This is Mary.
Lester.
Chester, Mary. And this is Lori. One of the sea stars. This is Carrie. This is
and they kind of
Sherry.
They brightened up with the...
Oh, yeah. And I'm hoping I got enough stuff on there that the next time I go over them with that final coat,
yeah, they're
it's not going to
none of the pen
and
moves.
This is Tori.
Hi, Margie.
All right, so those are the sea stars. And I don't know, did you all watch Orphan Black? I love that series where they were cloning. I love that actress. I don't know who she is.
I think because they had multiple seasons, and it was kind of one of those things where it's like, all right, you just sometimes a show like they needed to call it because towards the end of it, it's like, okay, you're losing me.
I really loved it, all of it.
But it was a good show.
And I know I had to wait. Usually I wait until it's all finished before I will watch it because I don't like to have to watch it back and figure out, what the hell's going on.
Right, because there were multiple versions of her.
Yes. And they started killing them off.
Right.
And anyway, I liked the premise. All right, so last time, what are you doing? Oh, thank you. I don't really want this. You can have that pencil.
You can have that one, sweetie.
I don't like that pencil. It doesn't write.
It doesn't have enough contrast for Gigi.
So, when I did these, there was kind of a line on some of them that didn't get colored in. So I had to put them back down on the plate and really get... And this is just in case, like Molly McCluckety. She was a new addition to the group. And these are the backups. So, just in case I want to add more characters to the plot as I'm writing it, because it makes sense that, somebody else needs to show up, I've got these backup cards. And these are the scrapbook
papers that have been
altered with a transparent color. Which, by the way, Mariah, I had to use I'm out of this. Of course, I've got it in tube form.
You could kind of make
The
that.
airbrush medium has been added to this because there wasn't very much in there.
You could squirt some of your tube stuff in there and then your airbrush and shake it about.
That's true, but I need some balls. I've always needed those. Well, actually,
I'd like to have some to carry around in my purse and show people. Just let him know I have some.
That's what Nathan used to say when I'd call him and ask him something about it. He would say, just a minute, let me check with my wife. She's got my balls in her purse. Oh, that's probably not appropriate.
Probably not, but it's funny.
It is funny. Okay, whoa, we need to get something out here. I hate when that. So, basically what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to mess about.
Oh, like Gia says, I am so invested in this telenova. What telenovela? There we go.
Yeah.
Telenovela. I was like, I didn't quite. It's like Nutella. Patella.
Yeah.
Novella.
Yes. Okay, so I'm kind of expanding. You know, I've been using these two a lot.
Are you?
Just because they're kind of really cool together.
I love them together.
And they're kind of strawy reminders. Because I do want to incorporate somehow the gel prints. And I haven't figured out exactly how they will be included. But I love options. So what we're doing here is we're creating options, and I'm going to use some that I already have one layer on today. And
oh, okay. The people want to see which are the clean stencils in the background there.
Oh, you want to see the clean ones?
Yes, they want to see the clean ones. They're not new ones. They
haven't been used.
And some of them, what she has done is picked up IMP piece. No, they want. Okay, she's getting a black piece. I was like, why are you putting them away? They want to see them.
Yeah, I hate putting them down there because it's kind of
it's like a snowstorm.
So silly.
Okay, so this is an Eddie stencil. This one is, I think, style 2 of the tile. What is it? Vintage tile. Yeah. Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie.
Help me out.
Come on. All right. Now, the reason I picked this one out of the bunch was because it sort of made me feel like
Gina.
Feathers.
Yeah.
You know, those one chickens
And
that have the fancy foot feathers?
Oh, yeah. This is totally like a, very, what am I trying to say? Very...
Pom-pom.
Yeah, but like royalty.
Yeah, okay. Well, these
feathers of a royal.
Okay, my sister, she decided that, they for a novelty, they were kind of cool, but they didn't lay eggs worth of crap, so she didn't get any more of those. They
were fancy chickens,
They were fancy
I don't have to
chickens.
work that hard.
Yeah, I know people like that. Yeah.
Just
I do not want
just living on their good looks.
So, and then I found this guy, which I knew I had, but remember when I was looking for it the other day, I couldn't find it, but, But look how cool this looks. Well, I anticipate that it's going to be very cool over the top of this.
So this was Baubles and Stars by Estella. This one. And this is the 9x12 version, which we couldn't find the other day. It was further down in the pile.
It was further down
because she was sorting things.
But I did find it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I used this one, and this one's it's got some breaks in it and whatnot.
Persian lattice, because she couldn't find her original one, which I think is like caked on with stuff anyway.
I think it is, but I had to go and let me just explain this to you because I don't want you to order the wrong one. The reason I wanted to go with this one was because when I put this one down over it, I don't want that squared off edge on the 8x10.
Right, and she was like. I said, well, you need to find your 9x12. She's like, well, that might be. I was like, well, you know what? We've been cutting some of those. And I'm telling you, the new Cricut update, we have had
infuriating?
More. It is. It's so infuriating. Because they change the software in a way that sometimes the way it comes around and cuts certain things, it's just super weird, and if you aren't like paying attention to it and cleaning properly, then it can cause some real, but then it's also been catching in weird ways, and it's like you can cut the same stencil 2 times in a row, and it's not consistent.
Yeah, and you can see when it happens there where it
but that could have
wrinkles up the...
Right, and that could also have to do with the mats, because each mat is kind of different. So it's like you have to sort of figure out, okay, well, is this machine, happy with this stickiness of a mat and this stencil? It's, and then maybe the blades need to be changed. I mean, it's 20 million things. And it's just so noticeable whenever they change the software, because it's like, we kind of get a good rhythm of figuring out, all right, the mats are great. They're at a good stickiness. But then that kind of happens. And so it just cuts a little differently.
I'll just nip that off there.
But I also think that a lot of our mats need to be sprayed or just retired. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can throw some of those away. Yeah. What we might do is put them in the giveaway, because other people might like to use them like I do.
Yeah, see, my Cricut users are saying, yeah, it is noticeable. Like, it's just, and it's one of those things. It's not like you can pinpoint exactly like what the heck's going on, but you can tell that it's not cutting the same way. And then you have to adjust.
I got to put my story, my chickens up, because I lost them and I had a
meltdown.
A meltdown.
Because you're putting a lot of work into these two chickens.
I am putting a lot of work, and
I'm very excited about it, though.
I really am having fun with it, and I even so I don't know. My sleep patterns have been interrupted. I don't know if it's an age thing or whatever. I kind of suspect part of it is. So I went to bed around 10, 15 or whatever. Anyway.
Your diet has a lot to do with it.
Well, and I did have barbecue, a lot of meat yesterday.
The barbecue, especially the barbecue sauce.
I didn't put very much sauce on.
Messes with me because of all that sugar.
But I also did eat baked beans, which have sugar. But I didn't put much sauce on.
Yeah,
I like.
But yeah, that'll mess with you.
That could be what happened.
And you had the fried okra. I'm telling you, like fried foods, man.
Yeah. I do love me some fried okra.
I do too.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do today. So we're just going to really focus on creating papers that can be used in the background. And I know not all of them, of course, not all of them. Probably, few of them. But then I got these two.
Okay.
And I thought, these two, look at this.
Good to know. Thank you, Paula. Oh, you've never put these two together.
I've never put these, but it was just one of those happenstances that they were kind of next to each other. And I'm going, look at that.
Look at that.
That looks cool.
Hello, CLA.
So anyway, that's what we're going to do, is we're going to put different.
And unfortunately, no, they are pretty forceful about their upgrades. Like, I think it automatically happens. And they're pretty like.
Oh, you don't get to pick it?
No, you do not get to,
they just
say, like,
it.
I'll wait for later. No. You can kind of put it off for a little bit, but then it's like the whole software shuts down, and it's like, okay, time for an upgrade. They're a little aggressive.
Okay. Now, what we're going to do, see if we have something to pull. Uno mas.
Yeah, well, we are very connected to the internet. Yes, that is true. If you don't connect, then that is true. But all of our stuff kind of lives in the cloud. So
this is the one that I was doing that I really, as soon as I put it down, I instantly regretted it. But then I got to thinking about it. We were talking about low contrast.
And that's what you got here?
And this is what I got. So, and I just, I want to.
Oh, Sandy, yeah, that's Peace Circle Rings of Madness. And if you want to build your own, so we have the circles available, because what had happened is during a stream, when we introduced the circles, just it's you just get all these different sizes of circles, and then P laid it out, and we were like, oh man, that looks really good. Brad took a screenshot of it, recreated it, and then that's how that became an actual stencil as well. So, or you can make your own, like each and every time with the circles options. That does look really cool.
Now look at this. This is going to give you a transfer. Do you see why?
So you're gonna give it a try.
Well,
you shouldn't have said anything.
I shouldn't have said anything. but you can really see how the light shines on it. That's where you get that. That's how you know that you're going to get a transfer.
No, I don't. Maybe. Maybe.
Oh, you're just.
I don't know.
You're. What it was? You're winding me up.
Trolling you.
No, she's winding me up. By golly, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna show you that this is gonna do some transfer here.
Okay.
All right, so we want to make the background.
Colleen says that's one of her favorites. The peace rings of circle rings of madness. And welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Give those thumbsy ups if you haven't already. There's quite a few of you that have not. Would you please? It does
All right,
help us.
This is going to be a very brave move.
Okay, brave move happening.
This is phthalo green blue shade.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, I'm going to have to
Roll it out thin.
roll it out thin.
Mm-hmm.
A new paper over here. Make sure. Oh my gosh.
They're enjoying the wind up.
The wind up.
Yes.
Oh,
How's your roller? It needs to be.
it does, but I don't have time for that right
Okay.
now. It's really kind of nice sometimes when I have the place where I can see where the other paper went,
Right.
and I can make sure that I go past that.
Yeah.
So that I don't, have a big old white line like I did on some.
Set the perimeter.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a different one, but because this will dry pretty quick. Oh, the one that you're thinking of, Zen Jen, she's like, oh no, the phthalo blue again. Get out the wipes. No, that's the open one in the little jar that goes like, just keeps on giving the entire stream.
Here you can see. Look what happened. My brayer really does need
some attention.
But I don't.
That's cool.
I don't hate it. I just, it got stuck to that one side, but it's going to be okay.
You're rubbing too hard.
I'm rubbing too hard.
That's what she do.
Got a hole in the middle, but usually that's not an issue.
That's interesting, Mimi. Well, that looks fabulous. It did not transfer.
It did transfer in places.
I don't think that's transfer.
That's transfer.
That's just the blobbiness that the fluid acrylic does, especially when it's all paint. That was my worry, is that it was all paint. And I know that you saw enough difference there, but it was really more about difference in the types of paint, because there was the matte, like just a regular paint, and then there was something that had shiny stuff in it.
There's some transfer there. I mean, it's not like, and really I should have, but you can see down here, there's some circles. But anyway, it looks really cool, I think.
Yes. Oh, Griffin Shell says, what happened to using Big Bertha?
What?
Big Bertha, the big...
Oh,
brayer.
I really don't use that unless I'm doing
an ombre.
An ombre. I don't like it. It's just too... It's less wieldy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's put something on top of this.
So, Mimi says there's a new marker out that has toner in it.
Oh.
Now, here's the thing. I don't know that I would want... I need to know more about the toner itself. I wouldn't put it directly to the gel plate, but what you could do is if you were to sketch out or draw something onto paper, then you would get the transfer. Because I don't know how, what is the toner? What is what is in it? What's that pigment? Is that going to embed into the plate? But the safer bet would be to utilize the toner marker onto paper. I believe. That would be my concern.
Yeah. I want somebody to mess around with that and see what.
Yeah.
What
Let us know.
I'm always, reluctant to use things on my plate that I'm
unsure about,
because I know if it has any solvent, I worry that it would dissolve the plate. So I don't know. You know,
yeah. Like toner to me is going to be like there's some kind of probably plastics, some sort of. But then again, that's true with any acrylic. So, you know, that part is maybe not such a concern. But, you know, what is the pigment? And is that something that would build up in a way that is not necessarily going to be pulled away? Because it's sort of a different mind frame.
All right. Well,
maybe.
I
don't
got to pick up some stuff here because for whatever reason, I don't know. I think I can just, if I get both of these, and I just get one side here. Oh.
Oh.
What?
Used with like a heat laminator. Okay. To set it. See, that would make sense. So, like, you could draw, like, basically, all right, so a laser printer has a heat element to it. You know, it has the powdered toner that's in there. It lays down the image with a static kind of like a roller, like that's how it's done. Lays it out, and then it, you know, basically heats it on. So this pen has some kind of binder, whatever, so it makes it more like a liquid form. You draw with it, and then probably have to set it. So maybe in its form of being a marker, whatever, really wouldn't be a problem on the plate, because, you know, it's not set at that point.
Ah.
So that's interesting.
Is it going to pull up?
I'm interested in this here marker.
Well, I would think I would rather, I'm like you, I think I would stick to the paper rather than putting it directly onto the plate.
But it would be cool to be able to get, like draw things, set it, and then you have like original art that is transferable. Because, and that would be a really great, a great option for folks that don't have a laser printer.
Yeah.
I would assume that it's probably set with a heat gun. So if you have the heat tool, you need to probably be careful about that because, you know, you need paper. But that's true of even when you heat emboss or whatever. So, yeah.
I'm just patting that down.
Okay. Pat, pat, pat.
Okay, now the reason, I'm going to bring this back over here. Now this is dry. Okay, look at these areas here. Can you see that? I'm thinking you can still get a transfer with this, and I think it might be really cool.
Sandy, you do not need color toner to transfer. Black toner, like, works. In fact, it really is a matter of it being like 100% toner to paper, typically. But then there's gradient levels that sometimes you can get to transfer. I mean, if we've not been that successful in any gradient. Like, once it starts getting to like 50% or whatever, it doesn't really transfer that amount. It's sort of where it's high contrast. That's what you get, because it's about the amount of toner on there to the amount of paper that is shown. Typically.
I just want you to acknowledge that you can see that.
Yes.
Holding out.
Uh-huh.
All right. Now, we're going to transfer onto this. Then, and the reason that I want to do it like this, because I can get paint down into these places on this.
Yes.
When I try to get the paint down into places on, say, this, it's not it's hard to get a print off of this that's very clear and precise.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because you've got all those, unless you're using tissue paper and really applying lots and lots of pressure.
Okay, can we pause for a second? Because I'm really deep into this is an interesting conversation, and has to do with like kind of transfer and how to think about things. And this was sort of what I was going to kind of deeply the other day. Carrie says his question is, if you have a heat embossed design onto a piece of paper, does that transfer? There is an embossing pen instead of an embossing ink pad on the market. So yes. Okay, so the embossing pen, what it does is, yeah, you can, I have one around here that I keep losing, and then I find it and I'm like, okay, I need to remember where that's at because I want to do that. Basically, it's, you know, what's in the ink pad is in the pen. Again, you can draw what you want, put down your powders, heat emboss. When you create any type of, and this is why I said it can be very subtle, and this is why the toner of a laser printed image is enough of a difference between the toner and the paper that it creates that resistance and then a transfer. The paper pulls up more of the paint
And leaves behind
paint where the image was. Therefore, transfer. Any type of, and this is why, like, when P was using the pen the other day where it sort of embossed, or is that a D? Yeah, embossed the paper. Again, could leave a transfer because there's just areas where the paint will be then lifted and then left behind where the little valley of stuff was on the paper. Same deal where if you have heat embossed area, that would actually be debossing because it would be a raised surface. There's going to be a difference, and also where the embossing is kind of, again, it is a plastic-like toner-ish situation. It will leave back more of the paint where the paper around it, ideally, will then pick it up.
Jawohl.
She really, like, she doesn't. I love this conversation. She does not.
You know, I'm one of these people that
She's a doer.
I'm a doer.
If it happens, awesome.
I like to be surprised by my.
Let's research this and understand why this is happening.
I'm just like, if I do it enough times, I'll figure it out, and I don't necessarily have to have it. You know.
And let me say, just because we know that these are things that happen, it doesn't always happen.
And yeah,
it depends on the paint, depends on the paper, depends on the plate. Like, there are so many little factors that's why it's very hard to say, hey, if you do this, this, and this, this will happen. The variables. Variables matter.
They do. And they really honestly do.
Oh, yes. And I was trying to remember that, Sandy. So embossing ink is basically glycerin. It's just, you know, like the hand washing, you know, stuff that's, because what they put basically alcohol, rubbing alcohol and glycerin together, and then sometimes they put smelly stuff in with it. But yeah, same stuff there. Rhonda, she's definitely not a researcher. She just does stuff. I think that's a lot of people. And that is totally okay. I think it's just sometimes helpful, like when I do have these little things that I know, I feel like it's helpful to some.
Well, there are people out there that think like you do.
Yeah.
I'm going to retire that.
Susan Fernandez, yeah, definitely researcher. I knew that about you, Susan. Mm-hmm. That's right, Eileen, and welcome.
All right, now, I think this looks really, really cool.
Yes, I like it. And I do think that you are right. Now I am seeing some of those areas that did sort of transfer.
Did. And this was the pickup print.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think that this is interesting. I don't know that this is his final form.
Yes, exactly, Rhonda. Exactly.
And what we're going to do here is I'm going to bring this one back.
I really wish you'd straighten up your plate. Or are you straight and the camera's crooked?
I'm not straight.
There you go. Here, I'm going to use the thing and...
I think I better take this away. Because I do like that. All right, so now what I'm going to do to this. And I don't know, but we're going to see. I'm going to use white. Because I really, you know, I don't know. I just think white would be the way to go here. I'm going to get this.
I'm just going to do that. There we go. There we go. That's a little better.
I think this looks really cool.
So in this jar is the... Are you going to tell people?
Yes. This is golden titanium white.
It came,
heavy body.
It came to us in a much larger vessel,
Huge.
which is not...
This is my washed out.
Yeah.
And I've got some more in there. And I need to go ahead and use them because I've got some more of those big jars. Do you know where my big jars are?
I like the empties.
No, the big jars of paint. Or do I just... I know where they are and I just don't know that I know where they are.
I feel like that's the answer.
Okay.
Because you have stuffed them away somewhere. I feel like they're somewhere over in that area.
Very well could be. Very well could be.
Yeah.
All right, I just want to make sure that I've got good coverage here. Because those spaces are pretty wide open. So they're going to show track marks from your brayer. So you want to keep that in mind. I love this titanium white by open. I mean, I am serious. You can't beat it with a big stick.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that too, Carla.
Even though I have nothing down here, it's going to be a really cool thing to have this because it's going to... Oh, and it got a little blue coming off. Look at that. I'll show you that in a minute.
You got 52 minutes.
That's helpful, Mariah.
It's part of my job, being helpful.
Remember, after a while, your paper does not pick up if you don't get it. If it has paint there, it's not going to pull it up. And you just, you know, go ahead and retire that and get a new one.
And you wet it, right? Don't you wet it? I saw them, like, the one I saw, they were spraying the backside of the printed image with water.
Okay, I'm going to show you that more in just a moment, but what I'm going to do, take this and let me see.
Hi, Ricky.
Reverse this around.
Good morning. Welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Hello, Lisa. Please do give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. There's quite a few of y'all. I beg for the thumbsy upsies because it's the one thing that lets YouTube know hey, I like this. You might like it too. That's how they do it. And then new folks will come along and they will hopefully subscribe to the channel. You can do that down below by hitting that, that subscribe. There's a button. That looks bad.
And see, all I did is switch it around so that the circles weren't right on top of each other.
No, she didn't rub off the paper. She just sprayed it, and then the ink like released through. I know, because I've seen that other one that you're talking about where they do rub off the paper. So many things.
I don't even know.
I know. I'm not even having the discussion with you because I don't know that you were up for that situation.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, we've got some great leftover stuff there, which we will allow to dry completely. Then we can come back in with one of our other stencils that we identified as a good match.
Good match.
A good match.
Maybe that will be something I can try on a Monday for my gel printing.
Oh, you're going to be gel printing?
Maybe.
Huh. Oh, here, I wanted to show you this.
Ooh. Rub off.
That's the rub off and the brayer off.
I recognize a rub off.
Blue left on the either the stencil or the.
It's a flop and a rub, or flop and a brayer, right?
Yeah. Okay. So this is yeah.
It's important to get these,
A terminal. Yeah, you can see where I was.
We don't want to be telling people it was a rub off when it was a roll off.
It was a roll off and a rub off.
Flop off.
Flop off. Roll off.
A flop and a roll.
A flop and a roll. And I think I'm going to use it on this because this is that.
Add so many things. Anyway, yes, go ahead.
What is it?
I'm entertaining myself over here. It's fine.
Violet.
I love this art you're doing today.
Oh, good.
I'm annoying her.
Violet, she is. She's yammering, and she's interrupting.
She's in art mode. I'm in giggle.
Trying to find my.
So this was
violet oxide is what's down there. Remember, this is the one I had to tape up the edges.
Yes, this is the ghost leftover.
This is the leftover because remember, this is open.
Yes, and there was so we'll show them the because you've got the deli paper back behind there. Because it was put down the paint, put down the stencil, pull some of the paint up through the stencil, utilizing, tissue. Sorry, it was tissue, not deli. Then pull up stencil. This is all because it is open. Then it leaves a ghost image down. She was able to pull that up. Do you have that print? Or did you do something to it?
I don't know where it is. I don't want to look for it.
Okay. And then, so this was the leftover after that ghost print was pulled up.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Now, we have options here. We can, at this point, since we know that this is completely dry.
Yes.
We can put stencils down on top of it. Run the paint through it.
Hi, Terry.
And I'm just thinking something like this, because it's got the little circle.
This is Paula's stencil. Please note it has been altered in the way that he likes to cut off the edges. You may do that to your stencil. We are not going to offer it this way because otherwise it would be smaller and it would not fit onto a 9x12 plate in this manner.
Y'all know I do that kind of thing. All right, let's see what we have here.
And this is medallions. Yeah.
And there's another one that I really like. This not similar to this, but it's the squares. But I mean, I use the.
It's a very popular one. What she's talking about are rune blocks. Very popular.
Yeah. This is ultramarine blue, but it's in fluid. I think I want something a little more squishy. I don't really know.
Flora rug medallions. Thank you, Mo. I was trying to remember. I was like, I'm pretty sure there was another, there were other descriptors.
I really love this. I don't know what color it is.
Oh, did
I
it
mean,
have
I
a
don't
number on it?
It didn't.
Oh, sorry, y'all.
It was one of my other
mixes.
mixes.
Although you may have done that during a stream, maybe.
I may have. But it's a really, and I need to use it because
it's not getting any fresher.
it isn't getting any fresher. And I don't, these little jars, I don't know if they don't seal like perfectly.
Yeah, if you do have those little jars, the best thing to do is actually put some press and seal or cellophane saran wrap over them to really make sure that they're sealed in.
As dry as this is acting, I'm thinking it's got some Lucas krill.
Yes. Is this jade green to you?
It could be.
Yeah. You better, you're playing with fire. We plan on putting up our Halloween decorations this week. Izzy's been pushing for it. Everybody, there's, you know, folks get excited about the Halloween around here, which also makes me very happy. I love. Now, what I don't love is that it's quite the process. Kind of like getting out the Christmas tree, too. Like, it's nice when it's all festive and everything, but the whole setup and take down, I'm becoming less interested in.
Yeah, well, let me tell you.
Oh, don't even, because you've never been there. Just.
Hey, I once went out and wrapped the mailbox for a festive Christmas.
And I think that's because
they don't even say that.
Clark said that he was worried that people didn't, know our affiliation of, whether or not we were believers. I'll just leave it at that. That was a good way of putting it.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, he was worried about that in a small town. He wanted to let them know that we believed in Santa Claus. Because they might have been worried. I don't know. That is such a Clarky thing. Like, that's some strange things to worry about. That's lovely. I love it. Love it. Love it.
And got some good stuff left here.
It's like grungy happy.
It is. And then I've got this one over here.
Mm-hmm.
Look how cool that one looks. What?
Yeah, you just gotta look at that. I'm not gonna say that one out loud.
Okay, that's already dry. We're just gonna
I
go.
love that. Paula says, then I saw her play. Now I'm a believer. That was sorry. I could have done better. It was better in my head.
Yeah. It usually is.
Put it through that filter. Hey, Gerald. Sorry, I missed you up there. I was yammering.
Howdy, howdy.
Her name, okay, Susan, what are they saying? Mm-hmm. It's a full immersion of senses here at PM Artist Studio about how to deal with your paint. You gotta sniff it, hear it. Sometimes she licks it. I advise against that.
I just say that I would like to sometimes.
Yeah.
Because it looks like it's edible.
Uh-huh. This is gonna be beautiful. This is her happy zone here.
Uh-huh.
She did a green color, and then she did a reddy brown color. All is right in the world.
I'm going to try to get this off a little bit centered so that I can pick up that wet part. Oh, and look, you can even get a little preview. Look at that there.
A little preview. Oh. Some call it a teaser.
Teaser.
Some call it a promo.
Now, I could leave this on here for a long time. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to show you that.
Yeah, that's right.
When you use the fluid acrylic, you get lovely, lovely
depth
pulls. And you get a lovely, lovely sheen.
It's what it does is it creates kind of that glassy, it
Mhm.
makes it look like it has depth. Sort of through water, you know, you get that slicky
And
sheen.
you can see those two different stencils there.
Mm-hmm.
They are pulling through. But that's how you use heavy body and
A questionable mix.
yeah. And I really, you know, I love that so much that I'm going to do another one just like that.
Okay, are you gonna do a different
I'm going to put a different thing on.
stencil?
No, I'm just going to put it over the top. This one that has a lot of white in between and put that lovely green.
Okay. Oh, that's right, Mo. Rustification.
Rustification.
And I think almost a true, my belief, my version, definition, patina.
Horse pucky.
Horse pucky, she says.
Horse pucky.
Hi, Ellen. So are these for,
Look how cool this is looking.
are these going to be for packets? Making packet papers?
Well, sure. Or my chicken papers.
Chicken paper. Ooh. So is there more?
Well,
Oh,
see, there was some white
Oh,
my white
yeah.
left on there. Makes it look kind of,
Distressed.
yeah,
Crackly. Chipped away.
chipped away. Chipped away.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we've got this one. I'm going to go ahead and do this one too, because then I'll have 3 in the same
Oh, what was the fluid color you used? Yeah, there you go.
transparent red iron oxide.
She's gonna be using it again.
We like.
She buys it in the big bottle.
Yeah.
If you know you love,
I'd buy it even bigger, but the problem is it doesn't fit on my.
I don't know. Do they make it in a bigger bottle?
Oh yeah, I think so. I think there's one bigger than that.
Oh, Zenjen says she's curious how long have we been, well, you, been using the gel plate as a primary art process. She's seen some of our earlier videos before gel plate. Okay, so we started our channel November 2019. We spent probably 6 months to a year exploring things. So in 2020, I believe is when we first started doing gel print, or he started busting out with the gel plate. Now it took her a while to, she was kind of doing it in the background because she's like, you know, I don't want to do this on video
I was
till I
reluctant.
feel like I know what I'm doing. And she watched a ton of videos.
I did.
So yeah, since 2020. But she does it almost every single day. And there for a while, I mean, it was literally like every day. Oh my God, that looks so good. Hi, Jackie.
I'm still picking up some of the white, which is
Yeah.
it really does linger. You can't see it. It
Right.
sneaks up on you.
And you know what it's a lot like is when you use that iridescent, and if you get it like direct to plate, it's gonna be a while. You're gonna be seeing
6 or
sparkles.
7. Yeah.
Sparkles.
Go, "Oh, look at that.
What did I have? Some, there's
Did
just a little,
I use that? I don't remember doing
this
that.
is sparkly.
All right, now I think that now what I think I want to do is I want to apply.
Ooh, nice. Susan, let us know. Let us know what. So Susan went to Michael's yesterday. She bought some Artist Loft Slow Dry Blending Gel Medium. She's going to test it.
Oh.
Let us know, Makers. That's the Makers and Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. Susan posts a lot of great information. Like, she's a researcher. She knows a lot about a lot of things.
And she also presents it in a digestible manner.
She really does.
A lot of people know a lot of things, but if you're unable to communicate that which you know, it's really not terribly
helpful to others.
Yeah. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to go. Okay, I've got a lot of papers that I'm just throwing down on the floor because they need to go over into the. Once they get so that they're not absorbing on the edge, then you do have a problem.
Yeah.
Just might as well. I really try to push it sometimes, but it's just not worth it. Because we're going to reuse those anyway, or I'm going to send them off to you, and you're going to reuse them. All right. So basically what I have decided here.
It was digestible. Yes, digestible.
I need to get some papers going back in the background here.
Oh.
Because what I think I want to do is I think that I want to get some stuff going through here and pick it up.
Bye, Monroe.
Pick it up and then pick it up.
Yes.
Rather than putting down.
Right.
Because I just think I'm going to get a better. I don't know. I'm going to try it.
Okay, so we talked a little bit about this the last stream.
We did. But it doesn't hurt to hit it again.
No. It really, what do you want from your stencil and what do you want from your gel plate? What is your goal? If you have none, then it doesn't necessarily matter. That's totally fine. We support this sort of, feeling.
Yeah.
But sometimes you kind of have, I like this stencil. I want the design. I want what the openings are going to give me. Right. That's what we're achieving here.
Oh, okay. But I want can you see here?
Mm-hmm. The Clash of the Gondolas?
Yes, the Clash of the Gondolas.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to take the Clash of the Gondolas and I'm going to put the Clash of the Gondolas down. And then I'm going to pick the Clash of the Gondolas up with.
Just changing on me.
I know. I'm changing it out. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I said what I wanted to say.
Okay. I'm just picking up some of the papers that I've got going back here that might be interesting. Considering I don't. I'm thinking orange on this. Okay. We're just going to go with our tried and true.
Oh, Susan Fernandez is working on a review of Liquitex Basic Fluid Paint Line. I will tell you, we do own some of them.
What is it?
The Liquitex Basic, is that what ours are? Soft Body is what we have. Is that...
I do like them.
Well, we have the Liquitex Professional Soft Body Acrylics. The blues, which we know of, like, even across all brands, dry very quickly. But these seem like they dry very quickly.
Yeah.
P does have the...
I do have the burnt orange.
Yeah, burnt orange.
Burnt orange in that. And I just, sometimes I just forget about it.
Yeah, they're up on the cart. They're not right at her little hand. They're, on the third level.
Okay, see what we're doing here?
Yes, Rhonda. If your paper is very textured, you will have a harder time picking up the fine, those details through the stencil.
And that is one of the reasons that I'm going to do what I just said a minute ago. But as soon as I saw this, I had to put this down to see if it's going to
do what you thought.
Leave behind a...
Oh, she does not have a channel that I'm aware of. But she does post in Makers.
Who is this?
Susan Fernandez.
Oh.
Oh, good. Well, I mean... You created a very dark background.
But look at it.
Uh-huh.
Look at the texture of it.
Mhm.
Really love it. Oh, I can do that. I don't want to. I want.
I was saying, yeah, that was kind of like what we noticed. That those Liquitex paints, they all dry very fast. But you know, that's even kind of true. We know that with the golden fluid acrylics, they tend to dry quicker than what like a heavy body or whatever would. I think that's just by nature like what they are designed to do. But you got to move it, move it.
Move it, move it. Look, you're getting some of the transfer there. And you probably just didn't push it hard enough there on that, but
that's a big
this
shocker.
creates a really, this is how I created this background, was with this technique here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let that dry. Now this, I don't know. This is a specialty thing that I don't know that everyone would appreciate.
Not everybody's into this.
This.
Let us know if you are.
But I think it's quite remarkable. And when you put it in the light and you can see how that keeps coming up.
The gondolas are there.
The gondolas are there.
Oh, hey, FYI, because it was Fran that said about the gondolas, so that made me think of Fran. I think she is going to be going live not this coming week, but like the 23rd. I think it's the 23rd. So keep an eye out for that.
Okay, well, good deal.
She's going to use her stamps.
Yay. Is she in possession of them?
She is. She's very excited about them.
Is she using hers?
Yeah, the bugs and the branches.
Oh, the bugs and the branches. All right. Yeah. Well, that's exciting. I'm glad to see Fran back in. She's been AOL here.
Yeah, she's been doing other things, just, you know, like out in the world things.
Yeah.
Going to art classes and, you know, seeing people.
Yeah.
Not living her life online.
Being social.
Yeah.
Measure that. All right, now, where's my plumage? Here. You know, I don't think it's going to make a hill of beans difference, but, you know, I could be wrong.
You could be.
I have been.
Now, one way to get a design like this, so just going to run the paint through there.
Just making sure it's down. You have a better chance of getting a good image going there. Okay, so what?
Well, thank you, Liz.
What?
Very sweet. She gave us $1. Well, it's Canadian, so it does the. I'm sure she probably gave us $2, and then, you know, they take their bits and, you know.
Yes, thank you.
Very sweet.
It's really nice. Coffee money.
Yeah. Well, I think she wants to send us to the beach. Maybe some margarita.
Okay, so I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, now, what color do I want to use here?
I don't know, Ricky. Want to know about Violet? I keep meaning to reach out to Violet.
Yeah.
I'll
Is
ask
Fran
her.
here today?
No.
Oh.
You all right?
Paula says she misses Fran. Yeah. I got a little.
Hey, Kathy.
I got my
Hi, Kim.
My mushroom mix that I've been putting in with my diluted coffee, and it sometimes causes me to have a little bit of a. I got to deal with this silly.
Yeah, and Susan, so part of that, what I want to, you know, kind of figure out is, because this is my concern. This is something that we know to be true because just through accidental, you know, encounters with dealing with inkjet, is that the longer you let it dry on the paper, the less likely it is actually to reactivate or even be, you know,
It needs
affected.
to be fairly fresh.
Yeah, so if we want this whole plate thing to work, I think, yeah, it needs to be like, I run down there, print something off, bring it up here, slap it on the plate, and spray that baby. That's going to give you your best results with certain inks and whatnot. Now, I do purchase the off-brand because we print so many things on our little Epson, and we've just been chugging it along. Just keeps on, you know. Anyway, there are ways that you can, because there is a point when it reaches its end of life. End of life. But then you can buy these kits through Amazon that to take the ink box out, you know, the reservoir, and then reset it. And we've been doing that for 2 years now.
Seriously, my gosh, that's going on, what, 5 years?
Yeah.
Because I had it upstairs here.
Right. You
for
bought
a couple.
it like when we first, like, so 2019-ish, 2020. So, you know, we're coming up on probably about 5 years. It's close to.
And it's been used every day.
Oh, yeah. Especially once we started doing stencils. Like, it gets used a ton. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to put this back down here, and we're going to talk about this, about what color that we want to use here.
Ah, hello, Carolina.
Because, you know, you look at your stencil here, and you think there's a lot of spaces that are going to remain this on this stencil. But then there are a lot of spaces that are going to be covered up.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just thinking. I'm thinking maybe brown. Oh, don't look ugly like that. It's gonna make ugly lines on your face. How about burnt umber?
Oh, sure. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. You know, it's kind of...
Hey, you know, here's the thing. Once I get this down on this, then we can talk about making it different, you know, color-wise. You know, whatever's left that's going to leave white paper there.
Right. We
can work with that if we use like a transparent type paint. But I haven't used brown in a while, and this is one of, is it Rhonda or who is it?
Rhonda loves this, yes.
Rhonda likes brown. And we need to use this. Can you see this coming out there? When it starts looking like that, that means you really need to get after it because it ain't getting any better.
Maybe you should squeeze that into one of your bottles and shake it up with some.
Yeah, because it's solidifying. And it was on sale, so I'm thinking that
it was already
on
its way.
On its shelf life's last leg.
Yeah.
But that's what you do, you know.
Oh, a dark blue Prussian would have been lovely.
It would have, but you know, I haven't used brown. I've used Prussian all the time.
Well, there's a reason. It's a good color.
Yeah, I can tell by the smell.
It's also turning.
But that's not true, because that pink comes that way.
It arrives
the
with
pink
the stinks
from day one.
Gotta be committed to your pink if you're, you know. Oh, that's so funny.
All right, I got plenty of stuff here.
Yeah.
I'm going to just, because I want to do a flop off, and I don't really have.
Rhonda says she does love the raw umber, but to be honest, she uses it mainly as accents, not full.
Full on? Well,
P is committed.
I love it because I get a really nice,
yeah.
Okay, getting stuff all over me.
That could be true. That could be. that stencil is Eddie's vintage tile. There are two styles. I just can't remember if it's style 1 or style 2. And this is the 9x12 version. As the stencil size gets smaller, the print or the actual image gets larger. Dose. Style 2. There you go. She's proud of that.
I'm very proud of that. Very proud of this. Gonna let that dry, put it up, and we're gonna grab another plate.
But that's how you get the design.
The design.
From the openings of... It's okay. You'll be more
okay.
distressed on the one end.
This is the...
And then that's the flop off.
This is the flop off.
So you get
is through the stencil.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, it probably would benefit from taking it in and washing it, because the little points on the center parts of these little things, after a while, those are going to fill in with paint, and they're not going to be quite as crispy as you would like for them to be.
Yeah, crispy.
Crispy. Oh, looky here.
This is the leftover, so the ghost print.
This is the ghost print from the gold.
With Happy Stream. That was done on Thursday, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what we're going to do here. Oh, dang it. I didn't want to
take it all off.
Take it all off. I just wanted to get that. And I can't see what I'm doing here.
It's clear.
It's clear. There we go. That's pretty white now. And the reason I'm doing this is just because that's a really, you can tell it's very thick.
Oh, nice. Eddie has a YouTube short using the 5x7 vintage floor tiles. Nice. Look at us, working with the same things. Eddie, did you get your other package, or should we be worried about where I keep meaning to track it and then I forget? But since you're here, I can ask you if you've received it.
Now this might be one of, I might keep this.
That gold?
Yeah.
That tape? Tape worth keeping? Look at that.
I mean, I don't know. And I can't get any more off that. Okay. I may decide to take that apart.
That's totally fine, Susan.
And keep
totally
it.
fine.
I just don't want to mess with it right now. Okay.
You done messing with that?
I'm done messing with that. I'm
Okay.
trying to get my scissors back in here without stabbing something and endangering its life.
Carrie offers up deep magenta for a pull color.
Oh.
That might be fancy.
Deep magenta. I'll tell you what, my hangnail situation here is... it hurt so bad in the middle of the night I had to get up and deal with it.
Ah.
Put a medicine and Band-Aid on it. Alright, so deep magenta. Well, I don't really have I've got...
Okay, well we'll keep an eye on it.
So, I've got this, the permanent rose. And I'm just thinking I can magenta that out with a little bit of blue. We'll just mix some color here. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll put it right here so you can see it.
Mixing.
Mixing.
About to begin.
So we want to magenta this, and I've got it's very close. The magenta that I have. So let's get it out here and see. The quinacridone magenta. Can you see that?
Yeah.
I could just use that.
I mean, it says it right there on the bottle.
No kidding.
The thing we're looking for. Mixing is not going to happen.
Mixing is not going to happen.
We found it in a bottle.
Over there.
Right over there.
Remember that?
Found it. I found it over there. Seriously, like, okay.
That's
There was a lot of kid television kind of happening in our lives. And then, because I'd be like, okay, can you just like sit and hang with her for a minute? You know, you can watch this show. And so much, she'd be like, oh God. But then I'd catch her down there laughing and just like really. And then she'd get mad at Izzy because Izzy was like, I didn't know. She wanted to change the channel. She's like, I'm watching that. I'm like, who's watching who? But anyway, there were these squirrels. Even. Who was the other one? But they used to do this thing. I found it over here.
Yeah.
It was just really,
It was
that
a
really
little-
stuck
little
with us.
It was a whole little song of these
Yeah.
two little squirrels, you know.
I found it over here.
And this is funny too because I used to play this. It was classical music, but lullabies. So after, you know, it worked for a while, and I mean, it would put her to sleep,
Oh man, just knock her out.
knock her out.
It was awesome.
But then when I started putting it on, and she would say,
No.
"No,
no.
no." She knew what was happening.
No, lullaby.
Oh, it was hysterical. I loved it so much. I hope I got that paper in the right place.
Huh. Okay, well, I'll fix that, Eddie. That's some weird stuff, yeah.
What is it?
There's just been some weird things kind of going on in the... Yes, technology gremlins being very naughty. That explains it. That is perfectly acceptable. I feel like that. There have just been some very strange things. Updates and things that are working against us and not for us. Not all updates are good. Could be, Zinjin. Really could be. I hear you, Lygia. I hear you.
Left that too long.
Yeah. Dries quick.
Yeah.
Ooh. Good call, Carrie. Good call.
All right, that's going to be a good one. That one's going to have to set a spell. And I could probably pull it, but, you know, it would be pushing it. All right, let's come back to this.
Oh, that is in Paula says that her kiddos that with autism hate whale songs.
What
they
is?
do the no whale, anything with the kind of whoo kind of, you know.
Oh.
I ain't into it.
Interesting. Very interesting. My kids used to say, Armand, do you have anything that has American words in it?
American words. Some of them American words.
Some of the American words. I said, no, not
No.
really. No.
Because I don't get in trouble if it's inappropriate this way.
Leela Downs. One of them was talking about drunken beans, and I really didn't even know that. But my little
Those Spanish kids are like,
Spanish kids are like,
Miss.
all right, Miss, this is a good one. I said, what do you mean? Oh, they really enjoy. Oh, they enjoyed that. I said, well, I'll make sure I don't have that one on when I get evaluated.
Mm-hmm.
Borracho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Borracho, is that drunken beans?
Something, yeah. Borracho is. Help me out, Eddie. You still here?
Eddie? Stella? Lagia?
Y'all know Leela Downs?
Drunken beans.
When she also sings La Cucaracha. La Cucaracha. Ay, 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 ay. Hey, you want to know what's really funny about that? My dad knew that song. And it was, they did
good,
it in
Eddie.
a play.
What's up?
La Cucaracha. Bob knew that song.
Bob? Your
Bob.
dad?
Mm-hmm.
My granddad.
Okay. What
You
are we
got
doing
10
here?
minutes.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
You got
Let's
10
find
minutes
another...
to do whatever it is that you're going to do there.
Okay. And I'm thinking, you know...
Oh, Lagia says Borracho is drunk. Yes. So would it be frijoles borracho? Drunken beans?
I don't remember frijoles being part of it, but...
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do you have any Lila Downs? Ah, yes. Ligeia loves her, too. Oh, Eddie says, La cucaracha ya no puede caminar. You know, when you live
where
in...
else do you have conversation like
when
this?
you live in Texas...
You know these sorts of
you
things.
know these sorts of things.
You get exposed to these. Yeah, it's frijoles borrachos. That makes sense. Drunken beans.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got a good little...
Okay.
Hey, we have a stencil called frijoles.
Oh, we do.
3 beans. It's a layered thing.
It is a layered thing. I've done it before. It's really quite... It took me a long time to really...
Yeah, work it out.
Work it out. I loved it that Brad has a lot of faith in me.
This is when Brad was like making complicated stencils, and I'm like, I don't know, man.
All right. Now, here's what we're going to do. I don't know if this is going to be the right thing to do, but we're going to do it anyway. So I'm going to put the turquoise, phthalo turquoise, on top of the white. And then I'm going to put this paper down on top of it and allow it to slow dry.
Oh.
Slow, long dry.
Slow, long dry.
It's so funny.
That's a slow low.
Yeah. Okay. So, you know, our new little end thing that we do now with the love you like a long haul.
Yeah, man came out and was like,
He said,
what do y'all say?
What exactly, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
He said, I don't know if I caught it.
We're still working on it.
We're still working on it.
I wish you would just say it. Like, I don't know why it has to be both of us. Or maybe you say love you and I go like a long haul. Or I could say love you and then you say like a long haul.
Okay.
See, I think that's better.
All right.
See, y'all were here when we were working out.
Working out these things. You see, there's my little divot. Did you see it?
This is the divot plate.
This is the divot plate.
With the
Don't know exactly why, when it happened.
No, it
what
appeared
for.
and it has been given ever since.
Okay, now I'm really trying to get some of this, a little more of this off. And
Carrie's so sweet. He says, do you need to do some polls to free up plates for tomorrow for Mariah? Probably. That's a very good call. I love that y'all take care of us. Because, yeah, I probably wouldn't have even thought about that, and then we would have had to, you know.
No, I've got little ones over here for her. She doesn't use these big ones anyway.
Yeah, because I don't really like the space that requires and whatnot. So, I think what I will do is make some printouts. Actually, this kind of works into something I was thinking about anyway.
I want to show you this really beautiful purple that you get when you use this magenta and that phthalo, turquoise phthalo. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to hold that over there. Give it another little rub. Doesn't hurt because we're going to leave this on here for a while.
do.
That paper's looking good. I'm really making some good. Some good.
Good. Ooh, very nice. Good stuff.
And y'all remember what it looked like when I put it down there? See a little bit right there and really a little bit right there, but I think that looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like that effect of the white that you've pulled off of so that it's kind of grainy. And that's a really good way to get that.
Yeah. That kind of, when she says grainy, that, you know, more distressed, more like just...
Yeah, it's not pulling. I mean, you still have your stencil is showing up, but where it's made contact with the paper and pulled off most of the paint, except left that little bit behind. And you can do that with the light blue. You can do it with that one kind of pukey green.
And you get a greater effect, I think, when it is a more opaque type. Like, so that's why the whites, the phthalo light blue. Another one would be the Titan pale green. Gives you that nice. It's that chalky, those chalky. And I'm using chalky in that more opaque.
Yeah. And you really do need the heavy bodies. You can try it with the fluid.
I don't think you're going to get the same. It's like you need a really good base to be able to pulse enough of it up, but still leave enough of it back to make it look this way.
And part of it is that heavy body paint just does that kind of sucky thing.
Yeah, it's that chalkiness of it. Yeah. And I'm sorry that I'm using that word because I don't want it to be confused with like chalk paints, but it just is that look of it. It is more opaque. Well, you got 3 minutes.
I can do it.
Okay.
I can do it. I am going to
I think you should ombre something there. But that's my thought.
I want to use my blue.
Okay. Which blue is this? This is the light phthalo blue.
This is a light phthalo. It's one of my favorites. This is my, I think, third.
Yeah. We don't run out of that because I like it too. Like I ask for it.
It's such a good pull color that you just really can't.
Yeah, I think Carla was asking about good pull paints, and this. Again, those more chalky, opaque ones are great ones because it's a great finisher because you know that you're going to get the coverage on these layered prints that you really want. And then it's more about that. It's about the thickness and that nice opaqueness that gives you full coverage to get up everything that's on the plate. And a little longer dry time. So with the heavy body, you're going to get that. So, and again, why an open paint is ideal as well, soaks into all of the layers.
And you can tell this one's drying pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I'm not getting a lot of pickup. So it is one that, well, it's one in the blue family. You want to make sure, you've got your stuff ready to go and get it down there.
Oh, it's bonking things. This is how we end up, different camera positions.
Old wallpaper. And that will come up too.
Yeah.
Since, I'm leaving it for
most likely it will. And there's enough attachment to the pull color.
Absolutely.
That stuff is a little trickier as you build the layers. So, there you go.
There you go.
Let's go side by side.
I've got to
Yeah,
do
you
a
need to
little
address that thing.
missionary work here on this. It's looking decidedly hairy.
Not in a good way.
Not a good thing. Not a good thing. Okay, well, I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Alrighty, folks, that is our Sunday live stream. If you end up watching in replay, thanks for hanging out and doing all that, you know, stuff that we ask you to do throughout the stream. But if you're just coming in here at the very, very end, please come back, watch it in replay. Let us know in the comments below that you have watched. We do this 4 times a week. We'll be back here tomorrow. I'm going to be on the jump plate because I got ideas about things, and I got some fun stuff to show y'all, too, regarding the zine situation. There is a book that is completed. Can you believe it? You got to come back tomorrow to see that. But most of all, we love ya.
Like a long haul.
Look at that. Bye, guys.